I think this is recording. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Higgins in Japan, and I just shot a video on the balcony using my iPhone. Oh, it's still recording. My iPhone and my Gorilla Grip, and the lighting was really bad. So I decided not to make the video on the balcony, and I made it here, and apparently a fan of Taylor Swift's room. So I made a video. I got a couple questions from people living stateside and other countries, I think, maybe. Anyways, and it's a very popular question. It's a very popular video to make because it's summertime in Japan. And the question is, hey, how do you stay warm? Why would you want to stay warm? How do you stay cold or cool in the summertime in Japan? Because it's so crazy and it's so humid. Well, I will tell you the long and short of it. You don't stay dry. You don't stay cool. It's hot. It is humid. Usually 90% humidity or greater, and you just have to deal with it. Now, there are products on the market that help you stay cool. Most of them are products that have either menthol or alcohol in them. So, like, there's a company called Gatsby makes a product that it's called an ice towel. It's basically a moist towelette that you get at KFC. Only somebody squirted alcohol all over it, and when you wipe it on your face and the alcohol evaporates, it makes you feel like you're cooler. Whatever. It's whatever. And some of them are scented, so it kind of hides the smell of your gross body. Because let's face it, it's gross. Your grossness, but when you're on the train and there's a million people packed in, you all smell, whatever, you get used to it. You take 3 showers a day and it still doesn't help. But yeah, so that's the long and short of it. That's how you stay cool in the summertime. You don't. It's just too stinking hot. I got another question from somebody, and the question has to deal with a certain quote-unquote boom boom trend in Japan, and it's really funny because anybody outside of Japan, especially in the United States, they tend to report the news. Again, news reports these things as, oh my gosh, it's the new wacky crazy thing that happens in Japan. And I don't make videos like that because Japan, while it does have quirks and some places do have some weird things, it's overall, like, in general, a normal place to live. So, anyways, there's a lot of people on YouTube that tend to make Japan out to be this crazy, like, whatever place, but it's not. Anyways, so there's this trend that's sweeping the nation of Japan, and it's eyeball licking. Yeah, like, lick, oh, that's so great. Here's the thing. Just because somebody in the United States reports it as news doesn't actually mean that it's actual news. It's almost like if somebody reported things that happened in Las Vegas and said, this is what happens all in America, everybody's doing this, or something along those lines. Yeah, I'm sure that somebody has done that. Like, who hasn't? I mean, like, that just made it sound like, well, who hasn't licked an eyeball? Me, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't. But in all seriousness, it's really kind of stupid and really kind of like... So, here's what I did. I went online, I found an article. And I use the term article loosely because it was horrible. It was horribly written, it wasn't sourced, and it was just some... I don't like using... Some stupid person that basically wrote an article and put it online and said, this is what's happening. They even went so far as to have a picture of a Japanese girl with an eye patch, which, if you live in Japan and you know anything about Japanese culture, you know why she was wearing an eye patch, and it had nothing to do with the fact that she was licking somebody's eye, or somebody had been licking her eye. And they quoted, like, elementary school students. Like, of course they didn't say, like, where they got this information. But it was something like, they made up some crazy percentage, like 87% of all kids in school have licked each other's eyeball. That's why pink eye is such a problem at school. Alright, I've been a school teacher in Japan for almost 2 years. That's not going on. It's just not. It might be going on when they're at home, but really, again, it's one of those things where, you know, I don't even Good Morning America. I guess people still watch that. Or one of those like news programs that's on for 4 hours every morning. Um, Reported it as like, "Hey, Japan, wacky and crazy," and yeah. So I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that people don't lick each other's eyeballs, which is really weird to say. But it's not this like crazy trend. It's just not. There's a lot of weird stuff that people think is. There's a lot of things that are weird. How do I say that? I should probably edit this, but I'm really too lazy to. And it's like night and I'm tired. But yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in Japan that people view as crazy or weird or different, when in reality it's just a difference in culture. But eyeball licking is not one of those things where people are like left and right, like, you know, people knocking on my door every day. Hey, you got your eyeball licked today? I'll do it for you. 50 yen. Like, it just doesn't happen. So, when you watch the news and when you see something about Japan, take it with a grain of salt. Don't always believe what you read. Especially these crap articles online where people that don't even live in Japan write these articles about how wacky and crazy Japan is. It's really kind of old. It's really kind of dumb. Like, yeah, are people really into idol groups? Yes. Are people kind of obsessed with them? Yeah. But it's not that weird. It's a band that somebody's really into. Do people dress up weird? Weird. You know? Yeah. But not every day, and not every town, and not every person you walk down the streets dressed like a cat. This video has gone on way too long, and I feel like I'm rambling. So, I'm going to wrap it up. And apparently I need to make my bed. So, if you're watching this, Mom, sorry, I didn't make my bed today before I went to school. Anyways, not everything you see on the news happens, or happens to the extent. Like I said, it's like saying if everything that happens in Vegas happens in the middle of Montana, or even everything that happens in the middle of Montana happens everywhere in the United States. It just doesn't happen. And the whole eye patch thing, she probably had double eyelid surgery because that's like super popular, and that's a whole nother video that we'll talk about some other time on the great adventures of Higgins in Japan. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Been working all day. Catch you guys later. Also, if you have any more questions, let me know. There's a comment section. You can use it. You can choose not to. But that's probably the best way to answer my question. Or get my question. You know what you're supposed to do. Thumbs up if you like it. Share it if you care. Whatever. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.